How's it going, everyone? Chris here, and welcome to my official thoughts on Nintendo's E3 2019. Now, if you guys haven't already noticed, yeah, this is a couple of days after Nintendo's E3 actually happened, but I decided that I wanted to take a couple of days to kind of collect my thoughts, calm down a little bit because that Direct was absolutely amazing, so that way I can make the video the best it could possibly be. Now, if you guys want opinions on the Smash Ultimate characters, I actually already made a video about that, so I'll leave a link to it in both the description as well as the pinned comment, so that way you guys can go check out that video if you want to hear my thoughts on both the Hero and Banjo-Kazooie. However, guys, with that being said, that means in today's video, we are just going to be talking about all of the different Nintendo games that came out of E3, and trust me when I say, guys, there is a ton of super amazing stuff. So with all of that being said, the first game that I obviously want to talk about is the sequel to The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Now, all I have to say about this game is wow. Alright, moving on. Just kidding, we have a lot to talk about. So, I have been saying that I believe that we were going to be getting a sequel to Breath of the Wild with the same character models and everything like that, because Nintendo would be crazy not to do it. I mean, it has been 2 years since Breath of the Wild was first released on the Nintendo Switch and Wii U, and now, we are officially getting a sequel, and that is just absolutely mind-blowing. Now, once again, I do have to say that it was a little bit expected, and even though we didn't get a ton of new information in the trailer, I just gotta say, that trailer was absolutely mind-blowing. Everything about it, with how scary the new villain looked, and how awesome Zelda and Link looked, just sounded awesome, and the best part is that it is a continuation of The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. They aren't just going to go off on a new story. This happens after Link and Zelda defeated Ganon, and now we are going to see what happens next. This is what tons of people have been asking for, and if anything, guys, this just goes to show that Nintendo is listening to their fans, which I think is absolutely amazing. Now, I really want to go ahead and just talk about Zelda Breath of the Wild sequel for the entire video, because there's just so much to talk about, but I feel like we're going to do that in another video, so make sure you guys stay tuned for that. So with all of that being said, guys, Breath of the Wild 2 looks absolutely amazing, and I cannot wait to get my hands on it. Next up, I'm sure none of you guys are going to be surprised because the next game we have to talk about is Luigi's Mansion 3. Now, right away, for those of you guys who didn't already know, I am a huge Luigi's Mansion fan. I played through the entire original Luigi's Mansion on the Nintendo GameCube, and then I probably played through about half of Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon on the Nintendo 3DS, because it wasn't really my style. However, it looks like Luigi's Mansion 3, although it is going to be borrowing assets from both of the games, is going to be its own brand new game. Now, one of the things that a lot of people who played Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon didn't like was that there was this whole mission structure and Professor Egad just pulled you back whenever you got to a new door or something like that, but it doesn't look like that is going to be the case this time. It looks like it is taking a lot more inspiration from the original Luigi's Mansion, and I know a lot of fans, including myself, are going to be extremely happy about it. Now, one of the other things that I definitely really like about Luigi's Mansion 3 is that you can have multiplayer, and you can also use Gooigi in Luigi's Mansion. There's just so much cool stuff, and once again, I wish I could go ahead and make a full analysis video about each of these different games and their trailers because they both look absolutely amazing, but since the Nintendo Treehouse is still going on, I have a feeling we're going to get a lot more information about Luigi's Mansion 3 very soon. The next game I want to go ahead and talk about is The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. Now, I'm not going to lie to you guys, at first, when this game was first announced, I definitely wasn't that into it. I mean, it looked like a pretty fun eShop game that was going to get downloaded, and I might play it once it went on sale, but now that I've seen some more gameplay and everything this game has to offer, I think that I am 100% getting it at launch. Now, the game looks amazing for a lot of different reasons. I think that the reason I really didn't like the game at first is because I wasn't a huge fan of its style. I didn't really like the toy version of Link or of any of the enemies or anything like that, but now I'm definitely getting more used to it, and I think that's especially because, after seeing Link in action in more than just a gameplay trailer, actually seeing him in gameplay at Nintendo Treehouse, it made me extremely happy to see him walking around fighting bad guys, and it really made me remember The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening DX, which was on the Game Boy Color. Now, one of the things in the trailer that really made me want this game is because they didn't take out my favorite feature in the entire game that me and my friend used to do all the time. Now, I don't want to spoil this for you guys, so just a quick spoiler warning, but if you didn't already know, in the shop in The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening, you can actually steal from the shopkeeper, and there's a ton of fun stuff that happens after it, so I'm extremely glad that that feature is returning, and this is a game I'm 100% going to be getting on launch, no matter what. Like, I don't think it's going to be a $60 game. I think it's probably going to be more around, like, $40, maybe $30, but no matter what they want for it at this point, I'm going to end up getting it. The next thing I want to go ahead and talk about is Animal Crossing. Now, I'm not going to lie to you guys, I am not the biggest Animal Crossing fan in the world. I played it a little bit on the GameCube and it was pretty fun, but ever since then, I just haven't really been into it. However, after seeing all of the stuff that you can do in the Nintendo Switch version of Animal Crossing, I might have to end up picking this game up. Now, disclaimer, I am definitely going to be getting this game just because I do want to get more into reviews, and also because my girlfriend Rebecca really wants to play it, so we're definitely going to end up getting Animal Crossing because she fell in love with it as soon as she saw it. But in terms of me, guys, like, this game actually looks like it might appeal to me. This looks like the type of game where I would pick it up, play with it for a little while, and then I could just set it down and then come back to my town a little bit later. I honestly think that Animal Crossing fits the best on Nintendo Switch as opposed to other consoles, because this is the type of game where you just pick it up, play for a little while, and then set it down and come back to it later. So Animal Crossing just works on the Nintendo Switch. It'll also be really fun to play it on the go, so hopefully we'll be able to explore other people's towns once we connect our Switches or something like that. I don't know. Overall, Animal Crossing looks really good on the Nintendo Switch, and I definitely look forward to playing it when it comes out. The next game I want to go ahead and talk about is actually Cadence of Hyrule, and this game's pretty interesting because it actually releases today, June 13th. Now, at first, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I was not sold on Cadence of Hyrule, like, at all. I looked at the gameplay style and I was like, okay, it looks pretty fun. I mean, it's one of the games where, like, you have to play along with the rhythm and, like, you have to hop and slash your sword there to probably do the most damage, and it just wasn't my type of game at first. But then the E3 trailer came along, as well as Nintendo Treehouse, and I got to see Cadence of Hyrule along with Zelda and Link going through and, like, attacking things and, like, doing all their battles and stuff. And once I saw actual gameplay, now I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I am definitely hooked. The game comes out today, so I think I will definitely be picking it up when it does and at least trying it out. Now, the game is $25, which is a little bit worrisome, because I feel like without Link and Zelda, the game would definitely be like a $20 eShop title, but considering Link and Zelda are in the game, it's just something we're going to have to deal with. Now, it might be because the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild sequel was officially announced, and that's why I'm so Zelda crazy right now, but I don't know. Hopefully the game is worth the investment. I actually just pre-purchased it, so I'm hoping that this game is going to end up being good. But for now, guys, we are just going to have to wait and see. Now, the last game that I wanted to talk about at first was Super Mario Maker 2, but considering we didn't get any information about that at all, basically, during Nintendo's E3, we're not going to talk about that because the game releases 2 weeks from tomorrow, so we will be having plenty of Super Mario Maker 2 content then. However, what I do want to go ahead and talk about right now is Pokemon Sword and Shield. Now, if you guys didn't already see the video that I made yesterday, basically, I had a whole talk about how Pokemon decided that they were going to remove hundreds and hundreds of different Pokemon from Pokemon Sword and Shield to help make the development a little bit easier. Now, I'm not going to go into the whole thing that I went into yesterday just because I don't want to get too ranty in this video. This is just my thoughts on all the different Nintendo stuff, but I am still extremely disappointed. I don't know. That really just left a really bad taste in my mouth after hearing we'd only be able to play with like 500 Pokemon in Pokemon Sword and Shield. That doesn't make a lot of sense to me. However, with that being said, guys, I still do think that Sword and Shield are going to be phenomenal games. Now, one of the things that I don't think a lot of you guys already knew is that they also announced 2 brand new Pokemon yesterday without us even knowing, and those Pokemon I believed are named Yamper and Impidimp. Now, both of these Pokemon look really cool. They both have really good types, and I mean, come on. Yamper is a Corgi, so that's extremely awesome, but I just think that this game looks extremely awesome, and if there was one thing I could change, if I could have one wish on one thing to change about Pokemon Sword and Shield, it would be to bring back all the old Pokemon. However, guys, with that being said, if you want to hear the rest of my thoughts on that, I will also leave a link to that video in the description bar down below, so that way you guys can go check it out, because trust me, you aren't going to want to miss this, especially if you are a Pokemon fan. However, guys, with all of that being said, that's really all I have for you guys today. I thought Nintendo's E3 2019 overall was extremely awesome, and I had a great time watching it. I live reacted to it with my girlfriend and my roommate Emily, and it was just awesome, guys. Everything about Nintendo's E3 Direct just made me more and more excited for different Nintendo stuff, so hopefully we get some more information during Nintendo's Treehouse. However, at this point, I'm not really expecting it. However, guys, with all of that being said, let me know your thoughts about E3 2019 in the comment section down below. Were you guys happy with how E3 turned out, or do you wish that something else got revealed? Why or why not? Thank you guys all so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe, share, and like, and I will see you guys next time. Take care.